the fire that was never lost. There is a hunger so deep we scarcely dare to name it. A hunger not for food, not for shelter, not even for company, but for home. And the world calls it love. But what the world sells under the name of love is not the real thing. It is a marketplace, a bazaar of lonely sellers and desperate buyers, all trying to exchange illusion for illusion, hoping it will finally feel like home. But a candle that is not already burning cannot light another candle. A mind that does not know its own light cannot give light. And so we circle and barter, grasping, pleading, disguising our ache beneath the frantic commerce of relationships, promises, disappointments. We are not desperate for love. We are desperate for something that feels like love. We are desperate for specialness, a counterfeit that tries to imitate the real thing by making one stand above another. But specialness is a bitter wine. Everyone has tasted it. Everyone has known its betrayal. Everyone is running from it, though few realize it. We are not longing for another possession. We are not longing for another face to clutch against our loneliness. We are longing for the real thing. The love that does not divide. The love that sees no border between giver and receiver, between self and other. The love that does not bargain, does not ask for proof, does not waver when unrecognized. If I am something, but I do not act like I am that, am I still that? Yes. The sun remains the sun, even when the clouds dare to hide it. The flame remains flame, even when it is momentarily smothered. The truth of us is untouched by our own forgetfulness. The hunger to be loved is the hunger to remember that we are love. When we beg for love, we confess we have mistaken ourselves for something small, something lacking. But when we be love, when we extend it without demand, we reveal what has always been true. We are not candles waiting to be lit. We are the fire itself. Being loving is not secondary to being loved. It is not the consolation prize. It is the prize. It is the proof. A candle does not ask for permission to burn. A river does not beg to flow. And love does not ask, "Am I enough?" Where there is division, there can be no love. Where there is separation, there can be no love. Where there is multiplicity, where we see 1,000 splintered pieces instead of one shining wholeness, there can be no love. Because love is not a bridge between two. Love is the end of two. The emptiness we feel, that loneliness that howls under the noise of the world, is not the absence of another's affection. It is the ache of forgetting what we are. It is the cry of the self, misunderstood by the mind as a craving for something outside, when it is really the soul calling itself home. A frightened mind cannot love. A mind obsessed with its own safety, its own welfare, its own ambitions, cannot love. Fear shrinks the heart until only calculation remains. Fear says, protect yourself. Love says, give yourself away. Love cannot be divided into types. There are not many loves. There are not romantic loves and familial loves and friendly loves and sacred loves. There is only love, or there is a mask. Love is recognition. It is the seeing of the self everywhere, with no outlines drawn. It is not a doing. It is not a getting. It is an ising. We do not need to add anything to ourselves to find love. We only need to stop running from it. The fire was never lost. It only waits for the courage to remember. We were never candles. We were always the flame.